Hi, welcome to the channel. I had a great weekend playing at Hellstorm Wargaming's 51 player tournament. 5 rounds of really tough 40k. Really fun time, very well organised. I can definitely recommend any of his future events. And it's fair to say though that this event was a shark tank. Lots of meta lists, teams represented, and some of the best players in the country came. Spoilers though, Josh Roberts, Team GB captain, took away the victory with his meta Necrons list and 18 Wraiths. I brought Chaos Daemons, and if you remember one of my previous videos, I talked about printing off 18 Blood Crushers, but they're so super brittle they just keep breaking. Well, for this tournament I actually bought 18 official Blood Crushers and painted them up especially. But it's the Rendmasters that stars of the show. They target an enemy unit, and then everything that's Khorne that attacks them gets +1 strength, AP and damage, and it stacks, so I took 3 of them. Needless to say, my Bloodletters buffed by Rendmasters took out with one shot a Night Lancer and Angron himself. But how about my games? Game 1 was against World Eaters, a great matchup for Khorne, and because the first round matchup was released early, I could plan deployment in advance. I went first and screamed well to avoid the big fast melee punch. When I was charged, my counter charge hit back hard, and Angron didn't manage to do much before he died. I managed to dominate the board and took a 100 to 25 point win. Game 2 was against Grey Knights, and they're tricky to play against. If you go up close to them, they can jump away, so positioning and multi-charging are key. I went second, which allowed my opponent to cover the 2 No Man's Land objectives. It was the mission where you only had 2. So I failed to get Shadow of the Warp for most of the game and scored poorly on primary points. He killed 2 Rendmasters in shooting quickly, which really impacts my list, and while I was killing stuff I ran out of assets. I lost 6 Blood Crushers to a Terminator Interrupt. Hard but fun game and lost 76-57. Game 3 in the Nemesis and melee armies, the Death Guard and their -1 weapon skill debuff. Having my armies hitting on 4s at best, often 5s and 6s, with no access to rerolls really hurts. Going first, I moved out to grow objectives and secondaries, and my opponent really piled in on the great Unclean One, almost killing him. Death Guard infantry shoot and hit hard, so I was running out of assets, but my only advantage was they're slow and on one side of the board. In the end, I forgot to burn an objective in the Scorched Earth mission, and my opponent didn't, so he won a really close game, 87-84. Game 4 on the second day, and I was against Grey Knights again. Different flavour of a list, but I think I'd learnt a lot from my earlier game. They deployed aggressively and went first. Not too bad from their turn, but I failed a crucial 7-inch rerollable charge and left Bloodletters to die. I messed up my screening and his second turn took my home objective and 8 points for capture enemy outpost. In my second turn though I killed 4 units and dominated the board. Bad secondaries early on, so I was scoring low, but my opponent had nothing left except a big flamey unit. I eventually caught that unit and ran away with it, winning 96-56. 2 for 2 so far. My last game was against Imperial Knights, a scary but beautiful army that won best painted. I spent ages on deployment in quite an open board, but then went first and had to spend ages again to move and stay in cover. The Knights then moved forward, taking board control, but I'd hidden well, so I didn't take much hurt. I could then jump out and get charges. My Bloodletters buffed by 2 Rendmasters took out a Lancer. My Blood Crushers' impact mortal wounds were massive. I was able to hit hard and get the Shadow of Chaos giving me a 6-inch deep strike. Going for Bring It Down and Assassinate really paid off, and I took a good win of 96-25. Great end to the event, won 3, lost 2, and one of those was actually really close, so I came away super happy. Coming 13th out of 51 and the best Chaos Demons player, there was only 2 of us, but it still made me happy. I think I'm probably going to take Demons to another tournament. I hope to see you at future events, and I'll see you soon. Bye!